I hope you all are doing absolutely great. So before we begin, let me ask you something. If you are someone who has just completed class 12, or maybe you are in your college, your graduation, or you have completed your CA, have you ever felt confused about which path leads to a global certification, or which course actually leads to real opportunities, and most importantly, which decision today will actually shape your next 5 to 10 years? Well, today's session is going to answer these questions exactly. Well, now, before we dive into ACCA, let me quickly introduce you to who we are and why this session matters. Now, Sanjay Saraf Education Institute, SSEI, is not just an institute, it is a complete finance ecosystem. For years, SSEI has focused on just one thing: building careers in finance. And not just helping students clear exams, but helping them reach real outcomes. At SSEI, a student can start their journey right after class 12. May it be CA, FRM, CFA, or even skill-based programs like Analyst Stack and Prudentia. Well, we have seen the same students move into the roles of in companies like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Deloitte, EY, KPMG. So the understanding is very clear. SSCI is not just a place where you study. It's a channel for learning to landing in top finance roles. And one thing has always remained constant. SSCI has always been in finance, and SSCI will always be in finance. We don't diversify for the sake of it. We build depth where it truly matters. And at the center of the entire vision is the name that honestly needs no introduction: Sanjay Saraf, sir, a man who has shaped lakhs of finance careers in India, often called the OG finance guru of India. With qualifications like CFA, FRM, CIIA, CTM, CIB, but more than qualifications, what truly sets him apart is the clarity on careers, what works and what doesn't. So when SSCI decided to introduce ACCA, it wasn't a random addition. It was a strategic expansion with the finance ecosystems. And here's something very interesting. When we were evaluating ACCA, we came across a profile on LinkedIn that genuinely stood out. A profile that reflected deep subject expertise, a real passion for teaching, and a strong industry alignment. In fact, it impressed Sanjay Saraf sir himself. And that's when we decided not just to collaborate, but to bring him on board as a part of SSCI. I'm extremely excited to introduce him to all of you, Nishan Katot sir. He is a faculty for finance, financial accounting, financial reporting, management, and is known for strong conceptual clarity, practical teaching approach, and excellent student connect. In SSCI, he will be teaching business technology. Now, before we go deeper into ACCA, we thought instead of directly jumping into a presentation, why not give you something more valuable, a real conversation between two people who understand finance careers at the highest level. One side Sanjay Saraf sir, and on the other Nishan Katot sir. So let's begin with this conversation. Sanjay Saraf sir, you can take this from here.
A very good evening to all of you, and thanks a lot, Chirag. You seems to be tensed. Okay, you may be doing this moderation maybe for the first time, but just take a deep breath, and your face is so warm and welcoming that anybody whom you are addressing with your heart, okay, will feel that yes, this is a genuine person approaching you. Nishant sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the family of SSCI with a new particular wing that we are very, very passionate and visionate about, the ACCA program. And now I welcome all the participants who have spared this Sunday evening to listen to us on this ACCA program. Now, the way I look at this entire finance domain is that when you talk about value creation in companies, कि company के अंदर कैसे value create हो, there is a suppose a micro, small, medium enterprise. And if you look at the journey of that enterprise over 30, 40, 50 years, it becomes a large cap. And then after becoming a large cap, it further creates value for the stakeholders. then there are two prisms with which you look at it. One is from the inside, the other is from the outside. As a part of the CFA program, we tend to look at from the outside, which means I'm an analyst or I'm a fund manager, and I have a fiduciary duty towards my clients who have invested funds with me, and I have to decide which particular stock, which particular bond, which particular real estate, which particular cryptocurrency, okay, how to allocate the client's capital so that his long term, short term, medium term goals are met. So we look for companies where we think that management is going to create value. Now, that's the outside perspective. We always are constrained by the fact that we have only that much information. Depending upon we are working for the buy side or sell side, how much access we have to the management and how much information we are able to extract from them. But believe me, we don't create value per se. We may force the creation of value if we are an institutional investor, but we can't do it on our own hands. When you look at a company from the inside, imagine yourself, you are the CFO of the company, you are the CEO of the company, okay, you are the CTO of the company, you are the COO of the company. So all the C level positions which are there in a company, especially at the strategic level, okay, maybe at the operational level also. These are the people who create value in the organization. They are the ones who understand the product. They are the ones who understand how the product is to be marketed, whom the product is to be marketed, what strategies are to be used. Okay, are they going to work on their own or are they going to partner with consultants, the McKinsey, the BCG for the purpose of doing the same? Now, this value creation from the inside lies at the heart of financial development in an economy. And I feel that the ACCA program, with its global perspective, does a wonderful job in this regard. People who have known me for years will understand that I have been a vehement criticizer of the CA program often. No, not because the program does not contain uh, the areas which are important. They are very, very important. All the areas touched by chartered accountancy are quintessential. You cannot breathe without them in business. But I always think that the institute's approach, the substance that they provide, the material that they provide has always been lacking. And students, although they join the program because there is a legacy of people who have joined their parents, their uncle, okay, their cousins in the past, and because of which it seems like a familiar terrain. But people know who walk this terrain that this terrain is very patchy. Okay, modern youth do not want patchy stuff. They want clear cut stuff which has a global aspirational reach. You talk about so many GCCs. That's the field which is developing at a very fast pace in India, and you will find that the GCCs are really liking ACCAs to join them. In fact, a combination of CA and ACCA are also welcome. So ACCA is a program which I have found very flexible. Like I find the CFA program very flexible. ACCA becomes the same. You know what is the curriculum. You know how it will be tested. There is no ambiguity as such. You have world class study material. You have to the point discussion. You study like a human. You live like a human. You take exams like a human. You work like a human. You know why am I repeatedly saying human? Because to me, the CA program, the way it is designed, it becomes an inhuman torture. Okay, I don't know, there would be less people who would not but agree to the same that yes, sir. Some would say that the CA program creates character that way. But I think character building is something that can happen from an aspirational angle, from a motivational angle, from a perfectionist angle. It did not happen by way of inhuman torture and exploitation that happens in CA. Having said that, those who have done chartered accountancy and they have seen some others or they have themselves felt what are the possibilities that they read. Believe me, your possibilities become manyfold as a result of doing the ACCA program. Especially in South India, I have seen the approach, the pickup of this program has been humongous. I think all credit goes to the ACCA institute, okay, which promotes the program, which promotes the awareness of the program, along with partners, okay, all the partners that it has, and that creates an entire society where the institute doesn't look at the educational providers as with a negative stint. I don't know why CA Institute does. It has a history over the last 50, 60 years to look at the so-called tuition centers as the ones who are spoiling the students. Okay, I've never understood why these are different stakeholders. It's like in a company, equity shareholders are wondering why debt holders are there, and debt holders are wondering, okay, why say workers are there and management is there. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, only with the help of all these stakeholders, the entire thing runs. So the approach, you will admit, if you think maturely, is very negative of the CA Institute, which got to change and which will change, because change is coming. It's just a question of time, maybe a couple of years, 4 years down the road, you will find that the way in which people would be shutting off the CA course because of such attitude, such lacuna in paper correction and in study mat, and people will flock towards CFA program, towards ACCA program. This is a world of dual qualifications. Some of the people who have joined this program, okay, the participants, they had messaged me personally that, sir, I'm doing my CFA level 2 or I'm doing my CFA level 3. Okay, but my cousin has done ACCA. He is working in Dubai and he's saying that it's really demanded. Do you think as a CFA I should do ACCA? Okay, so I spoke about the fact that, okay, obviously a CA will leverage many-fold if he does ACCA, but whether a CFA or an FRM should do ACCA. So the point blank simple reply is, if you have the idea of an organization from the outside perspective as well as inside perspective, if you have tasted both, okay, you are top of the world. You know how to create value. You know how to look at value creation, both of them. You never know which field will open. There are contacts, there are networks which we hit. And sometimes the network are such who tell you that, look, we are a manufacturing organization. We are looking for a strategic position. Do you want to join us in the strategic position? And you say that, no, 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 I want to get into fund management. So I think it's better to be holistic. Those who have the appetite, the best part is that ACC program is not a big toll on your lifestyle, on your pocket, on your entire system. I think it very easily gels up along with CFA also. So if somebody is looking at it from that prism, I think one can join ACCA along with CFA. Okay, the two degrees really do a wonderful job. Of course, having said that, I myself have not done ACCA, so I would be only that much having credibility in that regard. Having said that, let me remind you that even though I am not a chartered accountant, but I've taught the highest number of chartered accountants on this planet Earth. Okay, it's a fact. So I think I have earned the legacy right to speak about financial courses per se, irrespective of whether I possess them or not. And anyways, I value professionals who have given a decade of their life into teaching ACCA, into learning ACCA, into experiencing how careers are built, into studying the subject around it. And one such personality is Nishant Katoch. When you look at both of us, okay, for the first time, you find there's a stark difference. Okay, this guy over here who's speaking is an old one, and Nishant's such a smiling face. Okay, and I can just be a little bit informal और मजाक कर सकता था आप लोग के साथ, जो कि मुझे लगता है करना चाहिए. I don't know why these programs sometimes become so formal and they don't open out to public. Okay, but I tend to be of the type where I feel that we should speak with the heart and connect to the heart of the audience. So technically speaking, Nishant sir is the one who will take over. Although Chirag mentioned that we will have a conversation, but I think I would take this conversation, Nishant sir, to a podcast level where we are physical sitting one to one, and we are taking this again. Okay, maybe a couple of months down the road.
Sure,
Today,
sir.
right from the morning, I have been super occupied, and again 7 p.m. I have a class, and I think if I don't rest for half an hour, 1 hour in between, I will crack down, which I don't want to. So I would be very transparent with you that after this introduction, and I did not put on my this thing. Chirag, did you put on the video recording mode?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I would listen to whatever Nishant says today. Okay, later tomorrow when I'm traveling to Siliguri, and all the best to you all. Enjoy the time with him. Believe me, he's a person of a different professionalism category altogether. And with this, we are starting with the SSEI ACCA program from the 29th of April. And you know, if you know SSEI well, that we are not a Me Too organization. We don't believe in Me Too. Chalo, hum bhi ACCA padhayenge. We don't have that. When we come to a particular thing, we just take it in a different manner altogether, and you will get a glimpse of the taste of Nishansa via the same. Okay, it's all over to you,
Uh,
Nishansa. See
yes.
you in some audio podcast soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sanjay sir. And thank you, Chirag, for the great introduction. And sir, the way you had described me, thank you very much for that. And definitely, I'm looking forward to that podcast which you mentioned. And yes, so yes, sir, I'll start the webinar right now. Okay. Okay, so yes, students, professionals, okay, if we have some parents also here, okay, so welcome to the first webinar of ACCA course, okay, from Sanjay Saraf Institute. Now, I'm 100% sure okay, that you must have heard about this course, ACCA. 100, there's no doubt in that. But agar this course I would have asked you, I mean, this question, if I asked you like 10, 11 years ago, you would be like, what is this ACCA? The same thing happened with me also. So 10, 11, I don't remember exactly the year, but yes, it happened to me. Somebody was doing this particular course, and I was like, what is it? What is this this particular course? It's a UK course. And but after few years, 3 or 4 years, I was basically started teaching this particular course, ACCA. So like sir also said, Chirag mentioned, I teach almost like 5 to 6 subject, okay, in ACCA. Now, the course is not new, first of all. Okay, to be very honest with you, if you're thinking it's a new course, no, it's not a new course. I think it's almost 125 years old course, 125 years old course. Okay, and in India also, this is not new anymore. Okay, like I said, 10, 11 years ago, I heard about this course. Okay, so obviously it was already there a few years back. So in India, I think 15, 20 years are already done. Now, what is happening from the last few years, even I have noticed, many faculties have noticed, and many organizations have noticed this, that suddenly the okay, that the spark of this particular course has ignited. It's like a blast, complete blast. Everybody is talking about ACCA. So, ya to they are asking what is ACCA, or they are doing ACCA. There are two categories now. So, either they are asking what is ACCA, or they're actually pursuing this particular course. So, what happened? What happened in the last 2, 3, 4 years? Hana? So, that's what we are going to discuss. See, this webinar's purpose is not that okay, we need to sell this course, we need to market this course. No, I personally believe, okay, there is no requirement of marketing of this particular course now. Why? Because students, parents, working professional, they already know about this course. Okay, that's why they are doing it right now. So there's no marketing, there is no promotion required for this particular course. So why we have this webinar? The whole purpose of this webinar is let you guys know that why there is a sudden increase in demand, sudden ignition on this particular course in India, not just in India, but almost in 180 countries. So that's why we have this webinar today. And don't worry, I know you must be having a lot of questions right now, but let me finish, okay, what we have prepared. And once that is finished, if you have any questions, any question related to the course, any question related to exemption in this course, registration, you can answer, you can just ask those questions. So as you can see, why finance professionals are adding ACCA in their resume in 2026. So if finance professionals are adding ACCA in their resume in 2026, think about it. What is going to happen in 2027, 2028, 29? So those who have recently completed their 12th or maybe 10th exam, or maybe doing this graduation course, Hana, just imagine what is going to happen in next 2 or 3 years. So now, so this is basically the name of this webinar, why finance professionals are adding, and I'm going to explain this point to all of you. So please pay attention. So what you will walk away with today, okay? Why ACCA is one of the trending finance qualification of 2026. Now, personally, I believe this is the most important thing which we will be discussing today. Yes, there are other topics also, but this is the most important because see, understand when you do a particular course, Hana, yes, salary is important. How much I'm going to get as a salary, as a fresher, as a established person. But before even that, before even registering for that particular course, Hana, we need to understand why ACCA. Why, I mean, people are talking about this code. What is it? I'm not talking about the syllabus. कि उसका syllabus क्या है, what all subjects are there. No, you will not find that in this webinar because that's not the agenda. The agenda is why ACCA? What's the core of this particular core? That's what we will be focusing on. Then I will also tell you about the yes, are you eligible for this particular course or not? Plus, how you can get the exemptions and how many papers of exemptions you will get. Real salary, real roles, and real companies we'll talk about. And yes, there is some exclusive offer there, which I will show you at the end of this webinar. Now, who is this webinar for? Now, if you are a school leaver, that means your 10th and 12th, I mean, your 12th is over and your 10th exams are over, and now you are in the 11th, the webinar is for you. And trust me, this is, you can you can enter the ACCA course just after 10th. You can give the exam also after 10th. Trust me. If you are a university student pursuing BCom, BBA, or any other field of education, this is for you. If you are a CA aspirant, okay, if you are already a qualified chartered accountant, this is the course for you, okay. And if you are CA student or dropout, then also. If you are a working professional, if you are working somewhere, if you are working in a small, medium, or a multinational corporation, this is the webinar for you. And yes, last but not the least, parents. So if you are a parent and you want that your child, okay, become a very good accountant, a global accountant, okay, and they pursue the path which actually gives them the benefit, okay, this is the webinar for you, okay. Now, so why this conversation, why we are having this conversation about ACCA, about why having the ACCA in your resume right now, why this is so important right now, why 2026. If you remember when Sanjay Saraf sir was speaking, he mentioned something about GCCs. So if you don't know, GCCs are basically global capability centers. Now, I'm not going to explain you what is GCCs, but you can imagine them as a something like outsourcing, not exactly outsourcing. These are some operating centers in India for multinational corporations. Okay. And they are growing. They are growing continuously. As of now, we have 1600 GCCs in India. And like Sir also mentioned, these GCCs in India of other companies, okay, or those multinational companies, they need someone who are qualified accountant, and they prefer ACCAs. Why they prefer ACCA? We'll come to that. Big Four hiring of ACCA is up by 40% year on year basis. MNCs now demand IFRS global reporting standards. So when you go and apply in a particular multinational corporation for finance job, the first thing they are going to ask you, do you know IFRS? Do you know international financial reporting standard? And if you say, no, I don't know, trust me, they won't even ask you the second question. They're like, okay, then tata bye bye. Why? Because you are talking about multinational corporation. We are talking about those organization who operates worldwide. So they need someone who has the knowledge. Okay, they need someone as the in the finance team who has the knowledge of those standards which are applicable worldwide. Okay. India finance professionals in Dubai, UK, and Singapore have doubled since 2020. I said, remember, last 3, 4, 5 years. Now, why since 2020 the Indian professionals are doubled in Dubai, UK, and Singapore? Because many of them are doing the dual degree, or I mean, CA plus ACCA, or maybe just ACCA. That's why. That's why. I mean, this number is, and trust me, guys, this is going to increase every single day. Every 6 months you wait, you are a year behind your peers. Now, why this conversation matters now, why the industry has already moved, have you, this is a question. See, you are thinking right now, should I do this course? What is ACCA? Do I know the full form of ACCA? Kitne paper ka exemption I will get? Okay, how to do the registration? And you are taking like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months in just that. But that's the not the point. Okay, you are thinking you are in your own world, but the world is moving right now. If you watch news, if you read the articles, finance articles, if you read the newspapers like Economic Times, okay, all those finance newspapers, you will be knowing this. How the world is moving. The world is moving in a tremendous speed in the last few years, especially after the COVID. But are we in the same movement? Are we involved in that particular movement or not? Or are we still a very good thinker? Okay, that you have to decide. Now, here comes your course, ACCA. Okay, this course has that content, the content. See, what I personally like about ACCA is the way they ask questions in the exam. It's just like the practical. See, I have given ACC exams. I know when the question is front of you, you are reading it, you are actually like, it's actually like a case study from the practical world. You can easily relate to it, what is happening outside, what is happening in the external environment of yours. That's the beauty of this. The way they ask questions, the way they assess their student. And think about it. If they are asking you question in that particular way, in the case study form, okay, and you have to type those answers, you have to do everything in your Word file or Excel. Think about of their content, their syllabus. That syllabus is 100% aligned with what they're asking. So they are not making you just a simple accountant, guys. Trust me, they're not making you just a simple accountant. You will have that knowledge, that external environment knowledge, what is happening with that particular company, why that company share price has increased, why that company, how I mean, how they are going to prepare their financial statement, why this point is there in the financial statement, in the notes, every particular thing. So it's about presentation. Okay, so that's why this conversation matters a lot right now. Okay, now with this, now, as you can see on your screen, ACCA is the world's most recognized finance qualification. Yes, world most recognized finance qualification. See here, 180 plus countries. 180. I still remember when I started, and I mean, few years back, I checked it was 179, but now it's 180. So maybe one more country is added. I don't know the name of the country. Now you can see in ACCA qualification, we have 241,000 plus members worldwide, members who have done their ACCA course. There are almost double, more than double, 542,000 students who are enrolled in this course. And believe me, guys, the number of students who are enrolling in this course is increasing like anything. It's not because मेरा पड़ोसी भी कर रहा है, तो let me also do this course. No, maybe I'm not saying ki yes, there might be few students who are like, "Arey, that my best friend is doing the ACCA, okay, so let me also do it." But why? Why so many? It's not a coincidence that everybody is doing ACCA. There is something in this particular course. The flexibility it provides. I hope you guys know that in ACCA you can give single paper at a time. So like Sanjay sir said, flexibility. And trust me, in the today's world, giving 4 papers, 8 papers, 6 papers at a time is too exhaustive. Yes, it can make you a very good in the management task, that how to manage your time. But see, understand how many things you are sacrificing. So if there is an option, you can give 1 paper at a time. है ना? And if that course, okay, if that course have 13 papers, ACC has 13 papers, you can give 1 paper at a time, 4 attempts in a year, and you can complete that in the next 3 to 4 years. Then why it's bad? There is not a single point, not a single point which can say ki this course is not good. I'm not talking about the content right now. Let's forget about the content on syllabus. That is outstanding. There is no debate on the content or syllabus of the ACCA. Trust me, guys. Now, you are not ACCA students. You don't know this. From this, I think, yes, from 17th of April till 29th of April, the ACCA's portal, जो ACCA का portal है, okay, where we have our ACCA account, it's closed. It's closed for maintenance. They are bringing something new. It's already world class portal, and we don't know what they are doing in those 13, 14 days. And something new is coming in that. They are changing it. That is what is required. Change. The world is changing. The external environment is changing so fast. Then why we are not changing ours? Why we are not changing the way we study? Why we think ki giving one paper at a time is not, it's very good. You give one paper at a time, do your job, enjoy your time with your family, with your friends, everything. What is the problem? And then you are completing the course in 3 to 4 years, along with the 3 years of the practical experience which ACCA required. It's a win-win situation. This is what I'm just telling you, the layout of this course, ACCA. It's very flexible. Okay. And yes, syllabus content, that's already out of the park. I mean, that's something great. I teach ACCA subject. I teach at all the levels of ACCA. So I know what the content is. When we teach it, we actually feel ki, yes, we are teaching something which is used, which people are using right now. So when we teach, we give the examples, practical case study. Okay. Anyways, so 40% year on year growth in India. So this is, see, one slide cannot explain ACCA. Simple. Okay. Now you can see here ACCA is fully aligned with IFRS. Yes, IFRS is the backbone. Now, why ACCA demand is exploding in India? So some very important features of this course, like globalization of finance. See, globalization, I hope you have heard about it. This particular word. When, sir, school economics book 1991, India become globalized. What is globalization? That means we can do import, export, है ना, goods, services, everything. But here we are talking about globalization of finance. GCCs, which sir mentioned. Okay. So GCCs and many multinational corporations, okay, they are in India. So they need finance people who have the knowledge of global finance, not the finance knowledge limited to a particular country. They need someone who knows, okay, those things. That is IFRS for you. IFRS is applicable on 180 plus countries. Okay. GCC boom is. So I would like everyone, once this webinar is over, your doubts are over, do check about the GCCs. It will give you goosebump. What is GCC? Okay. Speed to qualification. In 2 to 3 years, you can complete your ACCA. Okay. Now, if you are a CA qualified and if you opt for ACCA, okay. So if you are an ACCA, CA, and if you want to do ACCA, there are only 4 papers you need to give. You can complete those 4 papers in 1 year. Why? How? ACCA gives you 4 attempts in a year. 4 attempts for skill and the professional level. Now, big four preference, major accounting firms, PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, Ernst& and Young, they prefer ACCAs. Okay. Unmatched flexibility. Yes. Unmatched flexibility is, there's no doubt in that. Flexible. See, I have to give one paper in June, suppose. In June, one paper, easily manageable. If you can study for 2 to 3 hours daily, easily manageable. Then what's the problem here? Okay. Yes. Now, the skills MNCs will demand in 2000. I will say the skills MNCs are right now demanding. See, skill, skill, very beautiful word. है ना? Skill. हम सबने सुना इस word के बारे में. So when we talk about skills, the first thing generally come to the people's mind, students' mind, Excel सीख लेते हैं, Word सीख लेते हैं, है ना? Tally चला लेते हैं. This is the skills which comes to our mind. Why? Why we are just thinking about these things? And let me tell you guys, learning Excel, Word, Tally, some basic software platforms is not a skill anymore. It's not at all a skill anymore. Every other person is doing that in their office. Every. So that's not a skill. So if you are thinking ki I'm doing this particular course, I will join some class, Excel class, this and that, you're wasting your money and you are wasting your time. That is something which should you should learn by default by now. That's a basic thing nowadays. Like you write in the copy pen, Anna, same Excel word. It's so basic. So that's not a skill. When we talk about skill, think higher. We are talking about IFRS fluency. So when we're talking about skills, when you go for an interview, they won't ask you, do you know Excel? Do you know this? They will assume you know that already. They will ask you, do you know IFRS standards? Are you fluent in that or not? Or you are just a beginner? That is skills. Do you know global audit standards? Do you know any idea about the sustainability reporting? And I'm sure 90% people sitting here listening to this, okay, they don't know about sustainability standards. We know about global warming. Anna, we have seen that in movies. We have read about it, global warming, ozone layer, etc., etc. But what finance is doing towards that area, do we know that? No. Yes, people are actually working towards that because that's a global problem, guys. Anna, that's the problem of another level. So what we are doing as a finance, we have developed sustainability reporting standards number 1 and 2 is already launched. And I've already taught that in ACCA. That is a perfect example I can give someone about this particular course. That's what they're teaching you. What is actually being developed right now, which is actually being used, very relatable. Cross border tax knowledge, data driven finance analytics plus automation. Yes. Now, many were like, see, if I ask someone, any student of the finance, ki, what do you want to change in your course? What do you want in a particular finance course? अब क्या चाहते हो कि इस फाइनेंस कोर्स में क्या होना चाहिए? Yes, there is accounts, there is tax, there is a cost, there is financial management, there is business, plus. Yes, there are 8, 10 subjects. What else you want? Most of you will say, sir, artificial intelligence. Sir, we want to learn about the data. We need to learn about the automation. Sir, ये finance में नहीं पढ़ाते हैं. Yes, and this is not something which was related to finance. It's not their mistake. It's not related. It was not related to finance earlier, but now it is related. Why? If AI is developing something, if artificial intelligence is developing something, the finance work is getting efficient. है ना? Changes are happening in the way we do finance. We do how we record the books, how we record any transaction, how we maintain the books of accounts, how we deal with the client, etc., etc. If the technology is changing, don't you think the way we do finance will also change? So don't you think this now कि as a student you should learn that ये हर चीज हम जॉब में आके ही सीखने वाले हैं. Everything is going, I mean, the our boss, the supervisor, it's his or her responsibility to teach us. No, that's what's going to change in 2027 in ACCA. I don't know whether you guys know this or not, but in 2027, ACCA is bringing some major changes in their syllabus. Yes, right now we have 13 subjects, 2027, 11 subjects. Yes, 2 subjects reduced. I will not mention the name. We are not talking about this subject, but yes, I think I should tell you this. In 2027, they are making a change and they are bringing one subject in the professional level, which is about this data, automation, AI. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Opt this particular subject in the professional level. So why they are working so hard to bring those? Because that is what required right now in the market. That is what is required. That's why I said ACCA is teaching you what is actually required in the practical world. That's why they take exam in Excel and Word file. Notebook, pen, paper not allowed. Okay, that's not how the exams are conducted. From the day one in the office, you will be working on Excel, finance, or Word. Then why you are writing your answer on pages? There is no point in that. No point at all. Okay. So when we talk about skill, guys, these are the skills. Excel world is not a skill anymore. It's a basic requirement. Okay. So develop these skills. Go for the course. And no need to take any other class. You will develop it here. So now with this is how the future ACCA qualification is structured. Now, those who are completely new to ACCA, no have idea about the ACCA. This is how the ACCA will look in 2027. There is foundation entry, the knowledge level, skill level is now replaced with expertise level. and then we have strategic professional. I will not go into in much detail. I just wanted to tell you, yes, there are some changes. And let me show you. Okay, let me show you very important change which I personally like. Yes, out of 13, now we have 11 subjects and some changes. The best part is this: essential employability modules. Now, what is this? Read the name again. Essential employability modules. These are those modules, okay, which are going to make you employable. Employability means what? Employee plus ability. मतलब आप able हो जो आप able हो जाओगे नौकरी करने के लिए. So these are the modules. If you complete them, what if you have to complete them? These are mandatory modules. So if you are in the knowledge level, responsible business management is the module you have to complete. Expertise level, digital tech and innovation. Read the names: digital tech and innovation, ethical and sustainable leadership. These are the modules you have to, and these are the modules which will make you employable. Why? Because when you go for the job, they ask you, do you know about the business management? Do you know about the tech innovation? Do you know about this ethics? This will help you in the job. I'm not saying just entering into the job. This will help you in your job. It will. Abhi, maybe you are not able to connect because you haven't worked. You can ask anyone. I mean, your friends, they might be working. Somebody from your society where you live. Ask them in finance, or don't ask them. Go to the Google and check. Ask Google what kind of jobs they want. They will tell you. And this is what. That's why the ACC, they are changing the course structure, guys. So obviously, there is a reason to that. Okay, so this is the employability module, which I think a very, very welcome change, very good change in the ACCA church. Now, many students thinks, and yes, it's a very genuine doubt. Okay, ki sir, so should I do ACCA in 2027? Should I wait? Absolutely no. If you are doing that, you are again unnecessarily wasting your time. See, the course is changing. I'm not saying course is changing. Content more or less will be same. Okay, structure is getting changed. So when you do ACCA right now in 2026, in 2026, let's you say you complete 2 or 4 subjects. Whatever you will done, that will be counted in the new structure also. तो ऐसा नहीं है. When you enter in 2027, the ACCA will say, oh, you are from the this old course. No, no, no. आपको वापस इसमें पूरे एग्जाम देने पड़ेंगे. Nobody will ask you that. Otherwise, nobody will register in the ACCA in 2026. Na? That's not good for the business also for ACCA. So if you are like, yes, I have to do this course, go ahead. Don't think about the change. Whatever change is there in 27, okay, you will get the benefit of that 100%. Okay. Now, so with this, I think now one thing is plotted in your mind, one thing is very clear in your mind. Why ACCA? See, I didn't told you कि ACCA में ये subjects होते हैं. This is the, I mean, to be very honest, I have taken number of webinars in ACCA, and most of the time, my focus or what I used to do is tell you about the ACCA course, structure of the course. But this time I thought, why structure? Everybody knows about there are 13 papers, there are 3 levels, 4 exams, and a computer-based exam, 50% is passing. Why? And this is something very basic you can find anywhere right now. What we need to understand as the aspirant, as a student, as a parent, why ACCA? What different this course is serving you? That what? And my suggestion to all of you, once this webinar is over and you are like thinking, कि ACCA में क्या है? Search. Don't search exemptions. Okay. Search what is ACCA. I always tell my students, what? Go to the ACCA website, accglobal.com. Read about the course. Na? Read about this ACCA. What is ACCA? What are they doing from the last so many years? What are they going to do? What are the sustainabilities? Get that knowledge. That will give you confidence of entering into this course. You don't have to ask anybody कि मैं ACCA करूं या नहीं करूं. You have brain, you have knowledge, you have studied so many things, you have good knowledge, intellectual. Then why you are asking anyone? Use your brain, go to the Google, search, there's a website. That's it. Okay. So yes, since exemption is part of this webinar, I will go through it. Don't worry. SSEI is an ACCA approved learning partner. And guys, if we talk about the numbers now, getting exemptions, if you get the exemptions in ACCA, great advantage. Number of papers you have to give is less. Now I'm talking about the beneficial points, है ना? Not about the course content. So if you get the exemption, yes, and if you do study with SSCI, I think yes, up to 90,000 rupees on your exam fees you can save. How? Kaise? You can contact with the team for that. Now let me tell you about the exemptions. Now pay attention. If you are a 12th pass, if you are 12th pass, sorry, no exemption. Okay, all 13 papers you have to write. If you are a BCom graduate, done. You will get 5 paper exemption. You have to give only 8. So if you are not a BCom graduate, but you are doing BCom first year, second year, still you can get 5 papers of exemption, which is known as conditional exemption. But that exemption is applicable, I think, for there are somewhere around 80 universities in India जिसको exemption मिलता है. So again, for that you need to contact the team and they will let you know whether your university is in that or not. So that, like Delhi University, Mumbai University, they are part of those universities. So suppose you are a Delhi University student and you are in the first year of BCom, then you will get the 5 papers exemption. If you are an MCom graduate, 4 to 5 papers are exempted. Now, very important. If you are a CA inter, both group cleared. CA inter, both groups cleared. CA final, no exam given. And let's say you are thinking कि मैं drop कर देता हूँ CA. You will get up to 5 papers of exemption in ACCA. Listen very carefully. If you are a CA qualified, a chartered accountant, 9 papers exemptions are there. There is one thing missing here. If you are a CMA qualified, I'm talking about Indian CMA. In case of Indian CMAs, if you are a CMA and you have 5 years of work experience, you will get 9 papers of exemption. And if you are a CMA with not 5 years of experience, let's say you have 1-2 years of work experience, then you will get 7 papers exempted. Okay. Now, in case of CA inter, one more point I want to add. That's why I have kept this asterisk mark here. So you can read here. CA inter cleared, but stuck in final. There are many students who have cleared their CA inter, but they are now stuck in the final. They have given 1, 2, multiple attempts in CA final, and it's not cleared. But do you have this feeling कि यार I have given CA final in group 1. In group 1, I have scored more than 40 marks. Listen very carefully. More than 40 marks in some subjects. But मेरा aggregate नहीं बना, so I got failed. ACCA says, if you are a CA inter clear, you will get 5 papers exemption. I just showed you. But if you have given CA final attempts and you have not cleared the CA final, but you have 40 plus marks in few subjects like financial reporting, advanced financial management, you will get some more additional exemptions in ACCA. And trust me, guys, those additional exemptions can go total 9. You can have total 9 papers exempted, up to 9 papers. I'm not saying exactly 9. So again, for this, you need to contact the team, SSEI team, and they will let you know how many papers. So you have to submit your mark sheets and everything, and then they will tell you know how many papers of exemption you will get. So this was all about the exemption. Now, real money, real numbers. Very, very interesting. Money is I think the most important motivational factors. If somebody says otherwise, don't trust them. Okay, money is the most important motivational factor. So in India, if you are a fresher, 6 to 9 lakh rupees per annum, very good. If you are in the mid level, okay, with 3 to 5 years of work experience, 12 to 18 lakh. Seniors, 20 to 35 lakhs per annum. Now, with ACCA qualification, you can have the finance controller, CFO, group reporting, some very good roles, guys. Very posh roles. Okay. Now, if we talk about the international salaries, Dubai, Dubai, it's AED, 8,000 to 15,000 per month approximately. Rupees amounts are also given. UK, Singapore salaries are. See, these things which you are looking right now, uh, I always tell this to my student, just type on the Google ACCA careers. ACCA careers, press enter. There will be a link named as ACCA careers .com, something like that. Is the official website of ACCA for job. You don't have to go anywhere. They have their own website. Once you open that website, suppose you want to search for the job in Singapore. Okay, select Singapore from the filter. Okay, select okay, and then you will find all the jobs in the Singapore for ACCA. You want to search the job in UK, United Kingdom. Select UK. Select your city of your choice, whatever is their city. Select it. You will find the jobs. After this webinar, do that. Get that knowledge also. Okay. Now, so yes, these are some organizations which hire ACCAs: Deloitte, PwC, EY, KPMG, Accenture, HSBC, JP Morgan, TCS, Tata. Okay. Now, yes, which location? Yes, which location excites you most? Dubai, UK, or Singapore? Drop your answer in the chat. Okay. I personally prefer Singapore. Okay. Now, India's number one choice for serious ACCA aspirant. Now, why SSEI? See, I'm sure there is nobody here जो ये बोल सके कि यार ये SSEI क्या है? Okay, what is this SSEI? So we all know the legacy. We all know Sanjay sir. We all know the number of charters. Okay, Sanjay sir has created. Okay, so there is 30 plus years of legacy. 30 plus, 30 plus. 30 plus is not a joke. The experience, see, when we say 20 years, 30 years, 40, it's not about years, it's about the experience you get in those years. Okay, the experience of not just teaching, the experience of the market, how the market is changing. So SSCI have seen all that. They have seen number of courses, they deliver number of courses, and now they are entering in ACCA. So, like Sir said, I really like that particular line of Sanjay sir. It's not a me too. कि अरे वो ACCA कर रहा है चलो हम भी ACCA कर लेते हैं अरे वो ACCA कर रहा है चलो हम भी no it's not like that guys. So if someone with 30 years of experience is entering into this particular course, there has to be a reason behind it. Not just because it's in demand, it is something which which will give you guys value addition as a student. Imagine if there is a particular course, okay, suppose you come to me, you said sir kuch padha do job mein madad ho jaye, and I taught you Excel and I charge you some fees from you for that Excel. Next day you went to the office, nobody will ask you whether you know the Excel or not. They will expect you have to do the Excel. It's not a skill anymore. Okay, ACCA brings that. ACCA brings that particular. So that's why SSCI is now entering into that. 10 lakh plus students trade. Okay, uh, SSCI is the approved learning. So what is this approved learning partner? I tell you, in order to teach ACCA in India, first you have to become the partner with the ACCA Institute UK. If you are the partner, okay, then you can teach in India. So SSCI is the approved learning partner. Okay. Big Four industry faculty, the faculties you will see, those who are teaching you. I'm also one of them who's going to teach you. So I can assure you, you are very, very safe hands as far as teaching is concerned. Okay. The passing percentage of SSI is above average. And yes, there is a placement support also being provided. So everything is there in just one place. Now, this is your personalized ACCA roadmap. So pay very close attention in this. So if you are a 10th or 12th student pass out, you will start from the knowledge level, okay? And then you will go to the skill level and then the professional level. And you will be able to complete your ACCA before 25 years. If you are a BCom student or a graduate, okay, uh, leverage your degree exemption. Obviously, you will get the exemption. So I think 10 paper package, not 10 paper, you will get up to 5 papers of exemption. So only 8 paper. Okay. If you are CA inter cleared, then you will get again up to 5 papers of exemption. So 7, 8 papers you have to give. And yes, so yes, see, if I summarize this in a very simple language, if you are entering into the ACCA from the beginning, knowledge level, the first level, and if you study well, if you complete your knowledge level as soon as possible, because it is on demand based. Okay, आप knowledge level का exam कभी भी दे सकते हो, anytime you want, and you are very serious about your study, very consistent with your studies. In the next 3 years, you all 13 papers are done. आगे चल के तो ये भी कम हो जाएंगे. Only 3 years. Now, if you are getting 5 papers exemption, 9 paper exemption, 7 paper exemption, those 3 years can reduce to 1 to 2 years only. Now, imagine if you are getting a certificate, a degree from the world's oldest course, ACCA, है ना, in 1 to 2 years. इससे अच्छा, I don't think anything can happen. Okay. Now, this is a very exclusive officer. Okay, only for the today's attendees, so you can just quickly go through it. And yes, I think we should start with the Chirag doubts now.
Yes. So the first doubt is, I'm
Mhm.
a 40-year-old professional working full time. Can I still do ACCA?
Yes, absolutely. If you are a professional, see, age is not a problem here. Why age is mattering you? Hana, it's not at all. Don't even think about it. Okay, if you're 40 years and you're a working professional and you think, "Ki if I do ACCA," and obviously if you do, and I am assuming right now that maybe, I mean, you are not a professional accountant right now. Hana, go ahead with the course. 100%, it will give you a very good boost in your job. Okay?
So another question is,
Uh,
the person is from Nigeria and has
mhm.
ICANN qualification and MBA finance option. So which one should he apply with ACCA to get more exemption?
ICANN plus MBA, both are
Yes.
completed.
Yes.
I think with MBA, he can get more exemption. But honestly, I will suggest one thing if you are listening. There is one exemption calculator of ACCA. If you just type in the Google exemption calculator, okay, just feed your university name there and the year of passing. It will tell you how many papers you are getting exemption. Okay, because this is something what you ask is very specific with the university you are doing MBA and this ICANN. So once we see that and we apply it in the calculator, then only we can give you the exact answer. But as far as I know, MBA में ज़्यादा होता है. It's more in MBA. Okay.
So another question is by Apurva. She's asking, I have just joined KPMG as an audit analyst. I'm confused between whether to pursue it or not, and how will I manage both things? Like, how can someone manage with their job?
Okay. So Apurva, listen, Apurva. I know many students, my student, who were in KPMG, who were in other big four, other MNCs. They started this journey of ACCA. They completed it also. Not just started, they completed it with the job. I know in the big fours, KPMG, Deloitte, there is work pressure. Hana? But understand one thing, Apurva. You have this like maybe 8, 10 hours of working every day. The ACCA not asking you to give 4 papers, 8 papers at a time. You have to give only one paper. So suppose you started your ACCA journey in I mean this month or next month, whatever, and you are giving exam in September. Only one paper. You have 3 to 4 months to prepare for that one paper. So if you study just for 2 hours, and if you can't manage 2 hours in a day, then it's a problem. But I personally feel every single person can manage 1.5 to 2 hours in a day for their growth. They should, if they are not doing it. I still do. Okay, you should do that. So whether you get up early, whether you stay up late at night, whether you are studying it, that's your call. So on daily basis, just make this habit. Like we have this habit of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, na? And some other habits also. Make this habit for the next 1, 2 years. Every day I have to study for 2 hours, and you very very easily you can complete all the papers. And since you're working as an audit analyst in KPMG, I will say 100% you have to do ACCA. You will see the promotion you will get, the salary increments you will get, the opportunities you will get. So okay, Apurva, you are saying the work pressure will always be there, Apurva. आपको क्या लगता है after 3 years there will not be any work pressure if you switch your company? There will be. Your responsibilities, see, as a human being, when we grow, our responsibility doesn't decrease, it increases. 10 years ago, my responsibilities were very less. Now I have hundreds of responsibility, personal or professional both, but I am managing it. Think about that. How? It's human nature. We are built in a way, our brain is built in a way, we are very good manager as a normal human being, very good manager. And you can, once you enter it, the ACCA course with this mindset, no stopping them. You will get comfortable with that. Trust me. Okay? Yes, Chirag.
Yes, so one more question is,
Mhm.
he's a techno commercial oil and gas professional, have frequent engagements in FP&A, MIS reporting, project finance case, not sure between USCMA and ACCA. Which
Uh,
position will be a more strategy
can
assistant?
you just ask him which qualification he has right now?
Yes, sir, sure.
Hmm.
So till then we can answer another question. Another
Hmm.
question is, he is a working professional over 13 years of experience and is enrolled with a ACCA integrated MS Finance course at OP Jindal Global University and has exemption and granted exemption of 9 ACCA papers.
Mhm.
Current qualification is US CMA and BBA. So he need to complete the 4 ACCA papers and pay the respective examination fees for the 4 papers only and plans to finish it by March 2027. So if you can give some guidance out here.
Sure, sure. See, very good. So you have gotten 9 papers of exemption. Perfect. Now you have 4 papers. Okay, and you are working professional experience. I don't think कि मैं आपको क्या guidance दूंगा, but I will try. Okay, so you have 4 papers and you are already registered. I don't know whether you are giving any exam in June. I'm assuming you are not giving because you are asking this question right now. So that means you're not giving anything in June. So give one paper in September and start with the SBR, the first mandatory paper, strategic business reporting. Okay, strategic business reporting in the month of September. Just a second. Okay, yes. And then in December, plan for this AAA, Audit and Assurance, Advanced Audit and Assurance paper. Then in the month of March 2027, another paper. And then in the month of this June 2027, another paper. So what you are planning March 27, I will say not possible. I mean, it's only possible if in a particular attempt, है ना, you give 2 papers and you clear both. Clearing 2 professional level papers with job is a big task. I'm not saying it's not possible. Students are doing that. Yesterday was result. I hope everybody knows that yesterday was ACCA's result. So my LinkedIn account was full with it. Many students have given 2 professional level papers and they have cleared it. But maybe their situation is different. Maybe they are not working. They have taken 2 or 3 months leave. Okay. So let's not judge based on that. So you see what is your current situation right now. Okay, you are a working professional. How many hours of work you have to work? What is your responsibilities? Okay, what kind of work pressure you have? बहुत ज़्यादा tensed है, नहीं है? And then decide. But give at least one paper in every sitting. Okay, and prepare for it properly. It's see because see, don't take it otherwise. You or anybody else who are working professionals. So working professionals, they're like थोड़े से ना they take granted. They're like, okay, only one paper is there, we can manage. We earn, so there is no problem in paying the fees. ACC exam fees, there's no problem. We will pay it because we earn good. But I'll say, see, if you have enrolled in a particular course, there is a fees you are paying, whether it's $1 or whether it's $100 or whether it's anything. You are paying from your hard-earned money. Work for it then. Make a timetable, make a schedule, be a child. लाइक वी यूज टू डू इन स्कूल है ना 10 12 बनाते थे हम सब अपना एक डायरी होती थी स्कूल से मिलती थी प्रिपेयर दैट okay कि yes this is my working schedule and for every day 2 hours 3 hours I am going to study at this particular time it will happen okay yes Chirag.
So, there is a frequent question that has been asked is
Mhm.
since 10th and 12th boards have been completed, so how can they start after 10th and logically after 12th boards since it has just been completed?
Okay, so what I'm getting is 12th is completed, so how they are going to start, correct?
And also after 10th.
Also after. ठीक है. So students, there are two things here. Listen very carefully. If you want to enter ACCA, there are two routes available to you. One is knowledge level route. Another is foundation in accountancy route. FIA route बोलते हैं इसको. Now, if you are a 10th, your 10th is done. आपका 10th हो चुका है. You want to enter the ACCA. You choose FIA route, foundation in accountancy. If your 12th is done, you choose knowledge level route. And now here comes the best part. The number of papers which you need to give from the FIA route, foundation in accountancy, or the knowledge level route are same. Okay, 13 papers ही आपको देने हैं. Okay, so if you have done 10th, see, there's nothing. Wherever, suppose you take your classes from SSEI, you just tell them, my 10th is clear. You share your Aadhaar card, your identity proof, along with the mark sheet. They will register you. They will help you in the registration process. Your registration is done. Give those 3 knowledge level papers. Okay, that done. Same thing will the 12 pass will do. So there's no, it's just some 2 routes are given, but ultimately total 13 papers only you have to give. Okay.
Oh. So the last, the question that we asked for the techno-commercial oil, you asked him about the qualification. So he
हाँ.
that he is a MBA oil and gas specialization, MTech pipeline engineering, and 8 years of experience. Confused between UK SEMA and ACCA.
Okay. Just a second. UK SEMA and ACCA. See, I'll tell you about both this course. UK SEMA uh, is focused on management accounting. If you look at their syllabus, there are only 3 subjects. Okay, and at every level, they are advancing those 3 subjects. So UK SEMA course, only 3 subjects, and like there is a financial reporting, there is management accounting, okay, there is entrepreneurship subject also there. But when we come to ACCA, ACCA is more comprehensive in nature. It includes UK taxation, it includes financial reporting, financial management, costing is there, management accounting is there, leadership subjects are there, everything is there basically. Now, as far as your job is concerned, है ना, if you want something, you're already working, you have good work experience also. So if you want to go into the management accounting sector, management accounting field, decision making area, है ना, you want to become the part of the management team, then go for SEMA. Okay, there's no doubt in that. It's very good course, SEMA course. I have taught it, SEMA course, like 3-4 years back. Now, but if you want a comprehensive knowledge, you don't want to stuck with the management accounting, you want other knowledge also, okay, about this, whether it's financial reporting, international accounting standards, taxation, everything, then go for the ACCA course. So which course you see, I've explained both the course to you, what SEMA does, what ACCA does. ACCA is more comprehensive, you can ask anyone about it. Okay, it includes more job opportunities, more work profile as compared to SEMA. Okay. Now, what you want, you have to ask this to yourself that in the next few years or in the next 5, 10, 15, whatever number of years, where do you want to work? In which profile? And if you are thinking like this, key, I want to work in the finance only, go for ACCA. There's no doubt in that. Okay. Because if you do SEMA, it will take time. If you do ACCA, it will take time. Time, though, you have to invest in both. है ना? So if you are like, I will work in the finance domain, I want to work in the management accounting also, I want to shift something like that, go for ACCA. That's it. Okay. I hope I have answered your question properly. It was properly communicated to me. Okay.
Yes, sir. So all the questions have been almost answered.
Okay. ठीक है. So all questions we have answered now, students. So see, students, I know you might be having few doubts right now. You might be thinking about them right now. Okay, but you are not able to frame them. You are not able to communicate them. Doubts will always be there. You start your ACCA journey, and next day again you will ask doubts to me. After 1 year, again you will ask doubts me. Doubts are good. I think if someone asks a doubt, it's very good. It shows that they are interested. My point here is, okay, Doubts will always, you can write your doubts somewhere. If you really want, but see, the course, there is no doubt in the course. There is absolutely no doubt in the course. If you want good content, practical content related to the workplace area, ACCA. If you want flexibility, one paper at a time, ACCA. And I think these are the only two things which as a student we want. I want a course where I can work also, I can spend time with the family, and I can study also. Then give one paper at a time. If you have spare time, give two papers. You can give, I think, four papers in one go. In one go, you can give maximum four papers. So, guys, if you still have any doubts after this session, after this webinar, you can definitely contact the SSEI team, and they will let me know. But I hope I have answered all your queries. Okay, so don't wait any further. And yes, you can see on the screen the only for today's attendees there's an offer, so you can use this offer, okay, properly, and start your ACCA journey right away. And yes, SSI is starting their session from 29th of April. Yes, from 29th of April. So yes, so I hope I will see you on those sessions. Okay. So I think, yes, Chirag, I am done here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chirag,
Yes.
for
Thank
conducting
you.
this webinar.
For
Okay.
everyone who has any doubt, like it's not possible to answer all your doubts. So if you have any doubts, you can just call on SSA's numbers. That is 75950533300. So you can just connect with us, and we'll be happy to solve all your doubts out there. Thank you.
Okay, student, there's this screen. The 3 ways to secure your seat in next 60 seconds. So yes, you can WhatsApp. There's a website. You can call us, email, and you can also visit the office. Okay, you can just take a screenshot this. Okay. Okay. So thank you, everyone. See you later. Thank you, Chirag.
Yes, sir.